Good morning, Frazi. It looks the sheet is not uploaded yet, at least the latest one. So I'll let you know as soon as it's uploaded. It's working on it right now. How you doing this morning? Not sure what you mean, monster. Doing well, Frazi. Doing well. Got a nice early start this morning. Yeah, not sure what you mean, monster. Um, it went from updating like 3 times a second to 60. Are you talking about just now at the open? That would, I mean, if that's what you're talking about, it's because of the open at 9:30. Yes, the open is at 9:30 Eastern. Yeah, so yes, so you want to pay attention. You definitely want to know the times. 9:30 every day is when the real open is. Also, you'll see a spike around 3 a.m. Eastern time, and you always want to be referencing Eastern time because that's what New York operates off of, and that's what runs the show. Three, and it also gives us all a way to communicate on the same, playing field by the same definitions. 9:30 Eastern is a key time frame. So is 3 a.m., which is the London Open. I don't know what that means. How late, ET? Yeah, pay attention to 9:30 and 3 a.m. And then 11:30 to 1:30 is lunch, which it can get pretty slow. Then 1:30 is the PM session open. And you could have things start to pick up. And then between 3 and 4 p.m. is the last hour. Heading to spring break this afternoon, huh, Frozzy? What does that entail? Copy that. All right, the battle map is up. Frozzy. Oh, nice, man. That sounds like fun. Took a late long here because I was didn't have my levels yet, but it's looking like maybe we might have a revisit down here. I think I'm gonna take one off of here and I'll add if we get back down here. Haha, nice, man. I think that'll be helpful. That's what mine does. Just so it's proactive instead of you having to ask questions, I guess, about what's going on. Hopefully you can just kind of glance at it and get an idea of what it's observing. Hey, good morning, Dr. Ninja. Won't be trading today, so I guess we'll see you next week. Okay, copy that, Dr. Ninja. This long is against the grain, so I'm definitely worried it could come crashing down and just really take out this zone here. Yo, what's up, Only C? Okay, copy that. Only C. We'll have a good day, and then I'll check you after, man. Hey, what's up, Hogwarts? Yes. Trying to take this long here. Looks like we're stretching for this first take profit here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna push it up. Bye, baby. All right. All right, we got sellers kicking in right here. Also, value area low here for the overnight session. So, you know, just looking at this as and also this double top with these wicks is a little concerning. Didn't quite hit this take profit. Looks like it's reaching for it again. Definitely worried that this is going to come back and potentially take these lows. So if we don't hit this take profit here, I might just go break even. Yo, what's up, Gavin? Ed Long from 604. Copy that. Oh my gosh. I added there, unfortunately, so I'm going to go ahead and sell 2. That really messed me up right there. That's okay. Let's see. Set up 3. There we go. Wrong one. I'll go stops at 588. I might just exit here. I do have that second TP up here. I'm just not sure if we're going to hit that. We might be on a grind up. So I might have closed that early, but I kind of messed it up by adding up there at the very top. So I wanted to kind of just reset. If we come back down here, I might consider re-entering. Oh, Hogwarts is still in long. Copy that. I mean, we still have this overall bearish context, and would not be surprised if we just kind of keep coming down. I was hoping we were going to come up here first, and then I could take it short, but didn't hit my area, so I'm not in short. But you know, just considering the overall context of the market, we've been dumping. So this long, I think, was basically just to take it for the pullback, and then, you know, at least my plan was to short it up here. And if we start dumping from here, unfortunately, I just don't have, at least on my sheet, I don't have any more short setups except for if we come back to this area. So we might be in a little bit of a range here. Let's hope. But kind of looking like we want to push lower here. 23,575. We got some passive sellers there holding price down. So right in this zone, we got passive sellers looking like they want to push price down, hold price down. Again, that's at 575. So let's watch it. If we can pop up to 575, let's see if we get those same passive sellers looking to hold it down. Looking like we could break down from here. I learned my lesson yesterday, and I'm not going to take the breakout entry, which would have been like right here, essentially below the value area low. Monster, call it a day, man. I think what you'll realize is over time, when you have that feeling like, oh man, I secured $300, a lot of times it's probably because that's probably outside of, you know, that's a good day for you. It's a good day regardless. So if you're feeling that way, what will happen a lot of times is you'll have some regret if you stay in the market, and then you try and make it back, and then your emotions get a hold of you, and now you're on tilt. Down to around 480, our daily lows from July. Below that, yeah, let's mark that out. 480. This structure here is looking very bearish. Yeah, Frazzy, I have this area here highlighted as a, you know, like it looks like we're gunning for these right now. It's like only down, and then Dr. Ninja was talking about this 23,000, and I think we might be going for these lows down here. Is what it looks like. It's very, very bearish on the daily. I feel like I'm wasting so much time. I could be trading. Learn from the market. I mean, yes, 100%. But I'll tell you what, Monster, like, do it at your own risk. You could also get a sim account or trade in the sim. But, you know, just do it at your own risk, and understand what the consequences are if, you know, things start going south. That's all. Yes, that's a great That's a great plan. Looks just like we're dumping right now, not even taking time to pull back. Let's see how we react down here to this 480 level. By the way, guys, this area now is invalid, right? We got a setup out of it. Let's see, where's the TP? We hit that first take profit and then dug underneath this level. So this is no longer a valid setup. We're not looking long if we get up here. If anything, this could be used as a potential short setup. Oh man, I guess this is gonna be another one of those days where we're chasing the lows, you know, trying to go short.
What's up, Jippy? Shit. What's up, Jippy? From New Orleans to Perth. I'm out.
Nice monster. That sounds good. Yeah, looking like we're not really getting a pullback, at least yet. Minimal reaction here at 23,480, which is kind of leading me to believe we got more downside. A little reaction here, so let's wait, be patient. Potential short setup, I think, from in here. 23,560. Yep, Monster. I think for this market that we're in right now, it is 100% the right move. Sometimes when we are, I mean, for now, why don't you just I think that's a great rule for yourself. Buyers pushing this thing up right now. I can see that they're having a little bit of a hard time, but looking like they might get a little push here. Yo, thanks, Monster. I did sleep well. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, feeling good. So the market opens for me at 7:30. So being up ahead of the market is ideal. I think I got everything to a place right now where today will be a really good test of, does everything run just without me having to interact at all. So like my battle map for the morning done and uploaded automatically, and then the PM session, let's see if that is on schedule. Doing that, and then let's see if we get some entries for the automatic trading. Nice. Hey, what's up, Iger? Good morning. What, this one was 1 point off your TP? Frazi, it didn't, but it got close to taking it. It was... Let me see what happened here. Oh, I had to switch it was it was gonna take it, but I was doing some changes last night, and for some reason it was using my mountain time instead of Eastern time, and so it was saying 7:30 Mountain time was outside of regular trading hours, so it didn't take it. And I was like, motherfucker, there's always something you got to fix. And so anyway, I adjusted that. It should be good now. So if we do get another setup in the PM session, or if we end up going up here, it should take it. Yeah, fixing bugs, man. And I had it back test for what should trigger it. Should it be just as soon as it touches the zone? And it's actually not. It is. It's got a 3-touch trigger plus directional requirement, and that had really good results. So basically, I had it go through all the setups that have been generated, and then go through bar by bar what the best entry trigger was, and that's what it was. It's at least something, but I had a nice one on Asia session. I put it in Discord. Okay, nice, man. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. It's kind of looking like it wants to go short from here. But I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold off. If we get up here, I'll probably be looking for a short. Yo, what's up, Leo? Good morning. How are you doing? You taking any trades this morning yet? Oh, you're in this long, Frozzy. Copy that. Well, let's hope it bounces up here. I would like to take it short from up here if we can get up there. Hey, happy Friday, by the way, everybody. Why are you on your phone? Oh, copy. We are consolidating here. I think we could get a push out of this to the downside. I think I'm interested in taking a little small one. We might be pushing up from here. Let's see. I didn't love it. Oh, copy that, Iger. Yeah, you got a better price than I did, so you might be willing to hold on to it, or you might be a little safer holding on to it. I wasn't a terribly huge fan of this candle not pushing lower than it did. But it does look like we got some passive selling happening at 485. Let me see how big that is. 227. So I would say fairly large passive seller at 23,485. So this could be coming down. Let's see. But if we hold above 485 and get aggressive to the buy side, I would say that guy's going to be in trouble, which could cause a potential squeeze up here. Leo, it went good. My only mistake was getting out of my short position too early today. I realized I make that mistake a lot. I need to work on it. Copy that. That's the first step in fixing it, is just recognizing you have it. It might not be a problem, but one of the things you should do is look at every single trade you take and then look at it actually on the chart so you can visualize where you open it, where you close it. And if you realize that the majority of the entries you take on a particular setup end up going twice the amount, then that gives you a good benchmark for your take profits. And you'll probably want to start measuring how many points do these trades actually go, where do I close it, And so you can start holding for at least, the difference of half, I would say, between what you average and what the trade actually averages. And one way that you can practice that is if you're in for 2 contracts, when you feel the urge to take some profit out or to close the trade, just take out half. All right, getting up into the zone, 23,560 might potentially be a short entry for me. For example, my setup is set for 80 points, but it shuts down at 50 for no reason. Sorry, what do you mean by that? It shuts down? Like, do you have a bracket order? So my game plan, take a short in here. If I miss, or if it blasts through this area, I'll take a short from up here. Basically just following my setups right now. For any of you people that are Spark Watts fans, I'll tell you what, Target has some good sparkling water flavors. It's good stuff. Okay, copy that. You're closing it manually, even though I don't have a reason to close it. And actually, according to my strategy, I should hold the trade a little longer. I mean, 50 points is a good trade. So I would actually say your instinct isn't completely wrong, but if you're trying to work on it, I would definitely say just close out half. And if you're trying to protect profits, I'll tell you what, you'll find a balance, because if you try and hold profits too long without moving your stop loss or taking any profits whatsoever, you'll have a lot of trades that come back to you. So what I would suggest is maybe it's a close half and go break even at 50 points, and then just try and hold the rest for the 80 and just see how it plays out. Iger, for me, it's like giving money back to the market. What's like giving money back? Yo, what's up, Jan? How are you doing this morning? Good morning. Short or not yet? No, I'm not short yet. I'm waiting for 23,560-ish. If we get up there, I'll go short. That's why I moved my stop loss always to last absorption. Oh, you mean going break even? Yeah, I mean, if you can manage your stop loss however you want, but if you take your profit off, usually it's at an area where it should be a potential pivot. So either go break even or put it at the next structural level that makes sense. Yeah, Jan, I'll tell you what, I like that too. I like it too. All right, we're digging up into this area. Oh, yeah, Iger, 100%. So we're tapping up into this area. Let's see how far we're going to climb up in here. Let me watch this footprint. Aggressive buyers around 23,550. I'm going to go ahead and start one. I think I'm probably a little early. Leo, okay, thanks for the tip. That 80-point thing is just an example. It happens to me a lot with scalps too. For instance, I might have a target of 15 points and then I cash out at 10 for no reason. I need to work on that, but cashing out at half is a good idea. Fem BPS, I'm trading MNQ. Sorry, I should have that up. Give me 1 second. I'll get that up here. There it is. I'd like to get this ad up in here so I'm not in just for one before it rips. Seeing a little absorption up there at 23,550. Just a little bit, not enough really for it to be a confirmation or anything. Ooh, gold is moving right now. MCL doing that slow grind. We got a passive seller here at 47. I'm not going to complain if this starts moving in my direction. I didn't get this second ad up here, unfortunately. Yeah, copy that, Frozzy. It's looking pretty ripe right now. A little bit overextended, but looks pretty good. If you can catch a nice pullback on it. Tell you what, Frozzy, I've been thinking about once I get this process really dialed in, just duplicating it on gold. So we have an NQ battle map and a gold battle map. Where might we be targeting? I think this low down here would be a good target. 23,443. Potentially where we're having all this absorption down here also. I mean, if I had to, I would probably consider taking one off down here. Right around 23,495. I might just take it off. I don't know. I'm going to read order flow right here and see if we've got more downside. But if you're conservative, right here would be a nice TP. We do have some stair stepping down. I am liking that. We got some sellers on the offer. I like that. 122 contracts at 496. Frozzy, yes, sir. I think so as well. I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Reason I'm closing it out, we could definitely see lower prices here. The reason I'm closing it out though is because we have a ton of absorption down here, and I started to see some aggressive buying out of this and a little bit of support. So we might potentially have a range, and I don't want to be holding out for a range if this is going to get cut short and come back up. I'd rather take my profit and then reanalyze if I get a re-entry. But, you know, these are, once again, deceptively large candles. So I was in with, you know, just one contract, not risking a lot. But this was, you know, from up here to down here, about 60 points. Over 60 points from the top, but... To me, it looks like, just based on this right here, all of these sellers that are, you know, we're trying to push price down and couldn't have a lot of progress. It looks to me like we got a possibility of, you know, doing some of this. Oh, that might have been a rejection to take us lower. This right here. Let me see. Yeah, we might be coming down lower. Well, I might scratch that consolidation idea if we start pushing here. But either way, for now, I'm watching. I'm not planning on taking anything. In hindsight, this trade from up here was probably the best we're gonna get if it's gonna, keep going. Because I'm just looking. We're kind of in no man's land right now as far as levels go. So I really don't have a ton to go off of. Let me take a look. Yeah, so really lacking. All the levels that I have are above us, because if you go back and look, we're starting to dig into some, 6 months ago levels right now. And in my data, I don't have 6 months worth of data going back, especially because it starts to get complicated with contract rollovers. So data will start to get stale. So that being said, most of my levels are above us. And so everything would have to just be completely discretionary. And I'm not really trying to risk a whole ton if we don't have valid levels to trade off of. Let's take a look at the higher time frame. From a daily standpoint, coming down into this area, I think makes sense. It looks like we're reaching for it hard right now. And essentially maintaining price below these lows here around 750. We're getting continued expansion down because you have longer term investors that are losing levels right now. And I think it's causing a bit of a panic. We haven't been down here since, September, August. And this is a rollover from all-time highs. We got this big push, and then this follow through. These are all, signs of rolling over and a potential sell-off until we hit, probably support down in this area is my guess. So looking like Ninja, we might hit that 23,000 level. All right, let's take a look elsewhere. All right, here's gold. Here's crude. Man, just would be great to be in a crude swing, I think. This around here is my hindsight ideal swing position from down here. Looks like gold might be coming back for a pullback. Might be due for a bounce here soon. Just looking at this volume. This could be a potential area you take a gold long. Let's see. I'm going to mark that out. Looks like we're getting a little reaction off of these. This low that Frozzy was talking about at 480. So now I think what I would be interested in is probably closer to these highs right here. There, or this one. Hey, what's up, F Mazia? Thanks for the follow and good morning. And happy Friday. Hogwarts, I'm not sure. I'm looking at this as potential support. We could be dropping lower. We have, it's looking more kind of like a consolidation potential for me right now. Only have one contract on gold. Have to close it here for my risk management. No runners, boo. Copy that. Well, nice trade, man. Could get another short in this again around 560. Hogwarts could be pushing down lower. But this isn't a trade I would want to take. This is what got me in trouble yesterday, taking that the breakout level trade. And same thing here. If you look right here, when this started pushing down right here, if you took this as it was accelerating, now you got to hold through all this. It's exactly what happened to me yesterday. This is looking, and it's looking kind of similar, I think, to what happened yesterday. Let's see. Right here is what I'm kind of talking about, where it pushes lower, pops back up. We kind of halt around here and then start grinding down. I don't know, maybe we have something similar happening, but this pop down is where I got in trouble trying to take a breakout. difficult part about if this just starts moving down, it doesn't provide an entry. It just starts grinding, and then you're chasing the lows. DGen Coin, when did I first start trading? Over about 8.5 years ago is when I, first started learning how to trade. I didn't stick with it the whole time, but I started learning how to trade small cap equities, and had very, very limited success. I would say no success with trading small cap stocks. And then I did a little bit of futures trading. I had a little bit of success with it. And then I did swing trading, and I had a pretty good amount of success with swing trading. And then got back into futures trading. So I would say so in between so when I first started trading, it was like 6 months. I traded in the sim and I studied, and I basically took it very seriously as like a full-time, dedicating myself full-time to it, more than full-time, to be honest. It was probably closer to like 60 to 80 hours a week, including, time I was spending educating myself on the weekends. So, I would say out of the 8.5 years that I've been kind of exposed to trading and trading myself, there's probably about half that time that I've done it like almost every day. So this is definitely one of those in hindsight, I should have just held this trade, had a nice position. But, sometimes you either got to reduce size or get out. I mean, the reason I got out is because I was seeing all this absorption over here. We're having a little trouble getting through here, and it was looking like we had aggressive buyers coming out of it. So it might have been a little knee-jerk reaction-y. And if I was in bigger, I would have taken off one and held the rest for a runner. Sure does, Iger. Sure does. It's all right. One of the most important aspects of becoming better at trading is being able to see this stuff play out and not get FOMO. And that starts with being able to justify why you do the things that you do. And that doesn't mean that you make excuses for yourself when you make mistakes. It just means that when things like this happen and there isn't a setup, you don't try and chase it. And sometimes sometimes it requires discretion to enter when something is falling in a way that kind of indicates that you can get in with minimal risk. This would be a good example right here. I mean, I didn't do it because I got burned yesterday, but when you have price that's falling, and especially I would say after a move that gets rejected, for instance, and now you have kind of a cascade of events that are just feeding off one another, sometimes you can get in and you're not chasing price, you're identifying that this is now crossing over a pivot point where it probably won't return to. But anyway, I guess the point is that when you see these moves happen like that, you've got to, if you have that feeling of FOMO, you got to figure that out and figure out why you have FOMO and then try and prevent it from happening. Or at the very least, I would say prevent yourself from acting on it. Yeah, I tried to add on top. It didn't hit my limit order up here. I think it missed it by about a point. Yeah, it sure would have been. It's all good. We'll have another opportunity today. For now, it's just watching. Trend days. We've had trend days here lately, and typically trend days are about 20% of the time in the market. And on trend days, You know, you got to figure out what is your entry model for trend days. Mine typically is going to be pullbacks. You know, getting in at the hypothetical deepest pullback is ideal. And then range days. What are you doing in range days? How are you getting in for those range days as well? A lot of times in range days, you'll be kind of going back and forth between this value area. Right now, you can see we're hugging the bottom of the value area low. And I could see both playing out. You know, if we dump from this value area, I could see us going down to that 23,000, but I could also see us potentially start to accumulate down here as well. Looking at the higher time frame, we've done a good amount of damage down here. Could definitely see this, but if we start accumulating down here, I wouldn't be surprised as well. I think we're going to have quite a bit of waiting, at least for me, right now, unfortunately. Looks like gold might be going for these highs here at 4469. Hogwarts. I'm curious to know what do you think about that new HBO series that's coming out, the Harry Potter one? I personally haven't watched a ton of Harry Potter. I did watch my girlfriend play the Harry Potter, the Hogwarts game though. And it looked like a really good game. This looking a little suspect here, like a bullish sweep potentially. See, I'm gonna check out that order flow. We got some aggressive buyers here at 480. Huh. We might have a little bounce here. I think I'm gonna try a little long here. We've got a lot of areas that this could reverse from and start moving down, so this might be just a quick scalp for me, to be honest. I don't think it has a lot of juice. I think it might be revisiting lows now. I do see aggressive buyers around 480, but let's see if they have anything up here around 495, because it looks like last time they just kind of stopped buying. I don't love this. I think I might close it. The reason I closed it is because of the speed of tape. I didn't see what I wanted to see out of those buyers at 480. I wanted to see them get more aggressive as we got to the top of this little range. And they might right now, but I wanted to see this start pushing very quickly. And it's looking like it could be at risk to come back down. Looking like it has a little bit of follow through here around 23,505. Now we got some support at 510. Passive buyers at 510, looking like they're supporting this move. So it definitely looks like it could have held on to that. That's all right. What I was looking for in it was a quick scalp and buyers to push it up quickly. It just didn't happen. At a level where I could see this potentially rejecting, this is where buyers got rejected previously at 520. So could see this hold and start pushing back down from here, also from up here. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, Coda? What you doing, baby boy? Oh, it's fucking cold out there, huh, bud? Hey, what is it, bud? You wanna come say hi? Come say hi. Yeah, come on up. Look at that good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. All right. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Might have to not look at that. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Oh, wow. Looks kind of like CL might be next. It's a bad area to try and take it. Man, this Frazzy, your entry on gold was correct, and my stupid fake entry on gold was correct. This looks like it might be pushing for these lows here now. How much FOMO do you have for Frazzy? Just out of curiosity. That's what I thought. Too late for short. Caught 8 points and thought it was cool. Yo, it was cool. That just would have been that would have been way cool. Good Lord. Hogwarts, too late for short. I think based on the way it's acting, it might be at least a better entry for me up here or up here. But I don't know. We could come back down here, but it's looking like we could be having kind of that wider range type of situation, right? Where we don't have the directional conviction that we had yesterday after we started breaking those lows. Like yesterday, let's take a look at yesterday. I mean, we could be in this part of the move right here, where once we break these lows again, we start dumping. But for right now, we've kind of done this a little back and forth. So let's see. I'm kind of thinking, could see a bounce up to here again or bounce up to here again. In which case I would be looking short at either one of these areas. I might do the same thing where I go in small here. I might give it a lot of room and then potentially add up here. So I might give it, let's say I add up here, or I enter up here around 560. I might give it up to like 620 and add up to 620 and then stops way up here just to give it two areas where I could, potentially capture the short from or where this might be shorting from. Monster, let's go, man. Yep. That's a fucking rocket right there. Damn. It's a higher time frame windshield wiper. Bound to happen. Let's see what CL's doing. CL about to turn into a rocket too? I bet. This would definitely be a safer entry zone up here, 620. So I'm kind of 50-50 on whether or not I want to start it here or start it up here. You're going for a short? Yes, I am, Hogwarts. Not yet, but yeah, at some point. See a lot of asks between 23,585 and 640. Yeah, are you talking about buy like buy orders? Or just orders in general? Yo, what's up, Ryan? How you doing this week, man? Pretty good. I've been in here, just not talking as much. A little negative on the week. Good day so far now. I just need to not give profit back at the end of the week. Yes, sir. That's the mission for today. Don't give your money to the markets today. Yeah, we sure will, Dr. Ninja. Going to wait for something good. Hey, Ryan, I know you've checked this out before, but I've got this process pretty dialed in, and I have an AM session one and a PM session one. So feel free to follow along. But I've really tightened up the setups. Been hitting a pretty good win rate with them. So in case you want to follow along, I have the setups here on my chart. This setup area is now invalidated for long. We caught along with the first TP up here, but just so you know, it's I got it on a good schedule now to where I'll have an AM session one right around the market open, and then around 12:30, around 12:45 or so, I should have the PM session one up with the same link. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. You're on your phone right now? Copy that. Yep. Monster, I definitely should. Here, let me, I think I can do that real quick, actually. Oh, thanks, Monster. I think I got it. I use streamer.bot to do that stuff. So let me see if I can, should be able to figure it out here. After you add the exclamation point Discord command, you should add Discord map to your title. That way people are aware. Not sure what you mean there. Add it to my title? All right, we did tap into this area. See, we didn't quite hit 23,560, but I'm kind of thinking that we got more upside. Like stream title. Oh, okay, gotcha. Man, Monster, you seem to be pretty knowledgeable about this stuff. Monster, you know, one thing that could be helpful is if you ever find a good area of the stream that you think could be helpful, you could just clip it. That would be awesome. If you can do it like efficiently. Nice, man. Twitch is like a whole nother, I don't know. I feel like the Twitch like interface, all the different options and the menus you have to go through to get something done, I feel like it's unintuitive. I guess just if you see anything on there, really it's kind of like, I don't really create content. So creating clips could be a useful way because I'm already doing it. But like if you see something, if I close a trade or something like that, or maybe if I'm giving advice to new traders or something like that, we can create a clip. Hey, what's up? I am Felly. Thanks for the follow. Good morning and hope you're having a great Friday. Hell yeah. Thanks, Monster. Appreciate that, man. This might be coming down to the bottom of the range right now. It's looking like sellers pushing pretty hard right now. I'm watching this footprint. Was thinking we might have an entry up higher, but this might have been it to come down. We've got a little bit of support down here at 502. I'm watching to see if we kind of bust through that and hold under 50. Let's just say between 502 and 504. Oh, that's okay, Monster. They're not being done anyway, so you know anything over 0 per week is better than what's happening. Yo, good morning, Adam. How you doing, bro? Good morning, man. Trading NQ as well. Nice. All right. Well, yeah, we're all on NQ or MNQ here. We did miss this. It's still going, Frazi. Dude, you must be banging your head against the keyboard right now. This gold is a rocket right now. I was kind of anticipating crude to kind of do the same thing. It's kind of stalling, but holy shit, gold is moving. This level right here was my hypothetical gold long. And what a dumb thing to do, to take a hypothetical trade like that. I haven't been super active on gold lately. For those of you that have been watching me for a minute, you know that I made a ton on gold when it was at all-time highs, and then it started wrecking me big time. So I slowed down on gold because price action started getting pretty wonky. But it's had some nice setups here lately. But damn, this is a good one right here. Yo, thanks, Adam. Have you taken any trades yet? Yeah, crude oil would be a swing for me, Hogwarts. Oh, Monster. I mean, like, I don't want to make a job for you out of this. Just whatever is convenient for you, you know? Gold TP 2700. Now the PA just hasn't been good at all this week for me. Yeah, it hasn't. I mean, I think by most people's standards, it hadn't been good for like a week and a half. 4,700. Damn, Ninja, you got those higher time frame targets, man. Monster, I think do whatever you like, and if you end up having time and you can create some clips or whatever short stuff, cool. That sounds great. I think the one challenge is like when I stream, I because I play licensed music in my stream, it makes it difficult to post shorts with audio from my stream because it has music, and like YouTube and all that stuff, that they don't like it. So on YouTube, I'm trying to figure out the like streaming consistently to YouTube. Like I feel like I streamed yesterday and the day before, but it didn't show up. But I stream different music. I stream license-free music there in YouTube. But honestly, another option would be is that I don't send the music to Twitch, and that could be an option too. Just don't send the music to Twitch, and then the audio won't get flagged, and then I could create short content. For sure, man. Let me know. Look at that wick right there. All right, back to NQ. Looks like we are ranging in here. And this could have been a nice short setup. I was trying to catch it longer. I was thinking I was trying to catch it for up here. I was thinking we could revisit up here, but looks like that's not the case. Yeah, Ryan, that was called anybody trying to buy this breakout, get the hell out of here. We'll take your position over. That's what that drop was. We'll take it from here. Copy that. I think that sounds sound. So Ryan, I think you go with your trade setup there. This is the one thing you might want to look for if you're trying to long from down there is here. Yesterday, we did something similar where we break lows here, we bounce off here, we go up to the same level here, and then it looks like we're coming down. It looks like we're ranging in here, but we end up dumping through it. So, I'm not saying don't take the long, just look out for this. kind of similar situation here, right? We break the lows, we start looking like we're arranging, and then we reject kind of at the same level, and you just want to watch for that. But if you like the long, take the long. Yeah, Adam, I think it's, for me as a natural kind of contrarian, it's easy for me to want to long this, but I think we just haven't seen the evidence just yet that says we're going long. Look at all these highs that are holding. I would want to see some evidence first before front running it. All these highs are holding. Yep, for sure, Ryan. Man, I don't know how many of you guys were watching after the close yesterday, but this candle, this FU candle, man, happened, 14 minutes after the close. Wow. What was that about? I think it was about 200 points. Yep. Funnily enough, I was talking to Gavin at the time, and I was in a long position down here. And I closed it about 15 seconds before this happened. And I had 3 funded accounts on on this trade long. And I was like, man, I don't know if this is gonna. I was like, watch it squeeze after hours, and I was holding it for the squeeze, and I closed it 15 seconds too early. I missed out on all that. It was I pretty much just had to stop at that moment and shut down the charts because I was feeling it, feeling the regret. Copy that, and long at 460. Nice. Let's hope this runs up for you. Whoa, Ryan. Nice one, dude. There we go. Wow, look at that. I'm going to take a stab short here. And then I'll add up here if we get up there. Nice long, Ryan. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Nice W, dude. I love that. I love that. Fuck yeah. All right, Hogwarts, let's go. Okay, copy that, Monster. I will. Oh, so Monster, I have a solution that will allow me to send my YouTube audio to YouTube, but I have like a virtual audio cable that I can send other audio from, and I can exclude some audio, like my computer audio, for instance, which is what's playing the music. So when it exports to Twitch or to YouTube, and it can stream to Twitch with a different audio set than it does to YouTube, and then when Twitch saves it, I could have it if I wanted to not save the licensed audio tracks. So that's definitely an option. Watching out for a secondary squeeze here. I'll go break even on this. If we get a secondary short squeeze that comes up here, I'll just stop out break even here. Was hoping this was a liquidity grab up here that would then lead to a short. But because of that violence we had to the upside, I want to watch out for a secondary squeeze. Monster, I think you'll have to see, because sometimes you can clip it and the audio will be fine. I don't want you to have to go through a bunch of work, but if you find that you can't make clips because of the audio, then I'll just switch it so that it doesn't send the music, and that's no problem. But I guess give it a shot first, and if you run into issues, just let me know. All right, got to stop out break even. It's still looking like we could be at risk for a secondary squeeze. Still seeing some buyers active here around 550. Looking like we got a little absorption there. Passive sellers at 551. Buyers getting active, backing off. Copy that, man. I'm down for whatever. I really whatever you think is best, Monster. It's up to you. I'm trying to wait here to see what we're doing. I don't know if I trust this just yet to start moving down. Dr. Ninja, you would stop. You got your weak TP, not worth the risk, or go small size. Yes, I'm definitely small size right now. So I definitely appreciate that. It's always good to have a reminder to make sure I'm holding on to my profits. But yeah, thanks, man. I will. I'm definitely going to be small size. Just watching the footprint here. I don't know if I trust this going short just yet, but I could. I'm just watching right now to see if buyers keep holding it up right here. We got some support down at 23,537. We got some passive buyers down there at 37. So I'd like to see if that 37 holds. And then looking for a potential short up here or up here. Looks like we got aggressive buyers up here around 75 and following through here. Just busted through a single level here for 223 contracts. A seller at 23,590, trying to hold price down but unable to. So now we got a little momentum going to the upside. This level up here and this level up here, the next levels I would want to look for a short, but want to make sure that we're not doing some sort of reversal here, because pretty strong move. I would say, for this to be a change in control, would want to see it, cross over, let's say 23,665. But for now, it's a pretty strong move. So now under that big seller at 23,590. Might be willing to start a short soon. I'm just watching. Passive support down here at 23,596. Looks like this could potentially go higher. If we break below this 596 and then break below 23,590, that would probably be a little bit of confirmation that we could start looking short. But for now, it's still looking like we got support down here, and we got higher prices inbound. Yeah, Hogwarts, I'm not looking for longs just yet. If we do end up crossing over this 23,650, might be interested in longs, but would wait for a pullback. "20 seconds for a new 5-minute candle. Okay, we're digging under 596. A little bit of support here at 23,600. Aggressive buyers above. Looks like this could make a new high here. Below 23,590, looking better. For shorts, at least. Right now, looking like we still got a little passive support. Okay, getting under that 590. That could have been the potential top there. It was just looking like we had a little support. Let's see. You're looking at some places around 1.53 million range for penthouse condos you can actually purchase. It's insane how expensive stuff is for a regular job type person. Yeah. It's probably because you're looking around 1.5 and 3 million price range. All right, so seeing a little more passive support around 590. Looking like we could still make this new high. I'm still chilling. Created a new high there. All right, I'm in short. Stops at, I'm going to go stops at above 150, 153. I'm going to keep it pretty tight here. Considering we had a big squeeze up, I want to make sure that we're not going to continue this bullish momentum here and potentially just pulling back into, let's say, one of these areas where we found some strength and then moving up to take these highs. That's what I don't want to see happen. That's why I got the stops above these highs. I could potentially move this down to the high that was created right here. If I'm keeping risk very tight. And I think if we get a retrace up here, I don't want to be stopped out, but if we get a retrace and then a bigger push down and break this area, I'll go break even. Because again, right now, what I'm worried about is that we're kind of going to use this area down here where we had some strength. I would be looking right here in particular. Right here, for it to potentially find some support and some buyers. And if we get stuck right here, based on how the order flow is looking, I might just close it. I don't want to be in this if we're coming down, finding support, using that as a launch pad to then go retest these highs. If we do that, I would rather close it out and then observe what happens in here rather than holding for the whole time. So it kind of depends on what we do in this area down here. looking pretty good so far. Finding a little bit of support down here at 558, but we do have a passive seller at 561. So we kind of got a battle between the passive participants at the moment. That's funny, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, houses are damn expensive. I mean, it's crazy to think that, like, to get like the kind of value that you get out of real estate, at least here in Colorado, it's just, if you want something old that you're looking to invest more money into building up, then you could probably get something for like, $600K. But it's just like a dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. That's for damn sure. I'm curious, what are gas prices in y'all's areas now? You're targeting 510. I've been getting in real small, with like one contract. So unfortunately, I can't trim anything. But I would be looking at this, probably this area right here, around 500, 23,500. But I think based on, this move that we did up here was pretty tricky. Now we got some longs in trouble that we're trying to buy this breakout. We could see this break the lows, and this could be the best entry potentially for the day if we are going lower. So, a couple things to consider. We could be bouncing up here and going long, but, if we maintain this bearish drive down, this could be the best entry of the day to continue and break these lows. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I wish I could take a half a contract profit. I've been trading real small, trying to hold on to my profits, trying to minimize the amount of risk. Also, I'm copy trading today, so I got to be careful. Oh yeah, for sure, Monster. So I have a couple of clips on Twitch. So the clips are like easy. It's like you take you take what's from the stream and you clip it, and that's it. And you title it, and it should be easy. I'll show you Let me show you one of the ones that I've created that I really like. Here's one that was a short. Wait, is that the wrong one in? I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. Diesel. Yeah, I don't know the pound conversion, but yeah, about $4 right now for us as well in Colorado. Thinking about potentially adding in here. All right, getting a little bit of a bigger, deeper pullback. All right, I want to see this stay below 23,561. And also, we got another seller here at 23,549. So let's watch 23,550, and then let's watch 23,561. I want to see him stay. I want to see price stay below those two. I think I'm going to add right here. I'm going to give it just a second. Yeah, I'm going to wait. Let's see if we get a retest at 561. Yeah, for sure, Monster. Yeah, no worries, dude. And I totally get it that like kind of trade recap with music and stuff is not what I was asking for at all. Just quick clips that are easier. All right, we're crossing over 561 now. It did not hold. Well, it wicked through it. So let's give it a second and see how it reacts. So looking to me like more of a rejection off of 561 than it was acceptance above. So I might be looking to add here in a second. One thing I did notice though is if I'm looking at the footprint, notice here we had this guy potentially holding price down. When we tested it up here, he's not here anymore. So that's a bit of a concern for me. We got aggressive buyers building up right here. Hogwarts, you're feeling long. Yeah, I think if you're feeling long, you're feeling feisty. I'd like to see some of these imbalances here on the offer get balanced out right now because it's looking a little aggressive on the buy side up here above 560. Probably break even on this if it comes back up. Keying into this right here as a potential rejection. But I still see aggressive buyers up here, so doesn't look done yet. Still seeing some aggressive buyers around 570, but they're thinning out just a little bit. might have another push in it. We got aggressive buyers building up above 70 right here. Oh, Don, Didate, what is it? Don, Day Don. Don, Diddy Don. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that feedback. I'm a lot of people, that are new to trading have a hard time finding resources, and I'm happy to share, what I think new traders would benefit from as it relates to kind of your journey and education. And so I give this spiel pretty often to new traders, but the first thing I would say is don't trade your own money, trade a prop firm or a practice account first. And then secondly, start with a good foundation of education. So, read some books, watch some YouTube videos, but you got to be careful about who you watch on YouTube. Just because you don't know what people's intentions are, there are a lot of people out there who are just trying to make a buck off of you while educating you. This is looking decent for an ad. I should have done it when I was feeling good, but that's okay. I'll just let that go. But yeah, so a couple books that you should read. 1, Trading in the Zone. 2, The Mental Game of Trading. Those are 2 really great books. I would recommend reading them front to back. And then another book is called Best Loser Wins by Tom Hugard. That's also a good one. So start with some books. There's a guy named Rainer Tio on YouTube that you should check out because he's got good content. He's not trying to sell you anything. That'll give you like the basics. And then eventually you want to move on to trying to figure out, what fits with your trading style. Do you like holding trades? Do you like getting in and out of trades? So you kind of got to find out what kind of trading profile you have. Yes, Monster, I do. And then, Don, Diddy Don, if you want to join our Discord and feel free to talk to me offline. And I'm happy to help you. Kind of being new to trading is a very difficult thing. You don't know how to trade and you don't know who to trust. And, I don't have any sort of paid anything. Except for subs on Twitch. But anyway, I'm happy to chat with you offline and try and set you off in the right direction. All right, so we did find a little bit of support down here. I'm looking at it, 23,555 right here. So it's looking like we could make a new high here. Got to be honest, I'm not loving that we didn't fall from this area previously. So now I'm watching over here on the right side. I want to see, do aggressive buyers kick in over here? Or are they kind of exhausted and this is a push up, kind of a shakeout move for a continuation of the downside? Thanks, Monster. And I'm no master. I've just been through a lot of pain. So I know what you guys are having to go through to learn. Monster, okay. Yeah, do I have a transparent PNG? Yeah, let me send that to you. All right, we got a passive seller here around 23,566. So to me, still looking like a little bit of a battle, looking like sellers are potentially going to win this, but seeing passive sellers up top at 566, passive buyers here at 558. And if we're dropping below 558 and we continue with aggressive selling, then we might consider this, a battle that's won. But right now we're kind of got this micro consolidation here. Kind of looking at this as the battle going on right here. You can see here, we got some absorption down here. These are the passive buyers. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Don. And some positive income from trading would be beneficial. I'm aware trading at first isn't about the money. Yes, 100%. And about the money, it's about learning the market. But in the long run, I hope I can make passive income with trading. That's currently where I'm at, why I got into it. Nice, man. I think that, as long as you have the right expectations and you understand that the journey it's a long journey. It's all about, as cheesy as it sounds, a lot of self-discovery goes into it. Because what you'll find is as you're trading, you'll find that you might have the right strategy that has a good win rate, but you have the wrong execution. And in executing enough times, you'll realize that oftentimes you're the problem. Not the market, not the setups. And it's really about identifying those problems, trying to find the root cause of those problems so that you can identify a workable system or solution that can help mitigate those issues. The example I always bring up is, one of the problems I had to really work on, and I still have problems with it to this day, is, taking consecutive losing trades, trying to get that money back instantly. And, the realization that I came to for myself is that I will, and most people will find, common ground in this, but I would attach my identity to my P&L. And if my P&L was suffering, that means my identity was suffering. So as a result, I would try and protect that identity. And when you attach your identity to your P&L, what ends up happening is your flight or flight response kicks in your brain, and it has a faster response time than your prefrontal cortex does, which controls the logical decisions in your brain. And when you have something that gets a head start to taking over your body, essentially you have adrenaline and cortisol coursing through your veins, making dumb decisions that you planned on not making. And that over time is what will kill your account. You'll be a week straight of being disciplined, being good, and then one day it'll all go out the window. So there's so much self-discovery that goes into this that it's good for people to have that expectation set, in their brain when they're approaching trading. It's not a success overnight thing. It's a self-discovery process that might take years. But, I think having the proper expectations, taking the education portion seriously, I think will be very helpful in your journey. And then being around other traders. It's a very solitary sort of activity. And, one of the reasons I stream, two reasons really. One, for accountability. Two, because I want to be around other people that are serious about trading. So I, wish you the best of luck in your journey, and am happy to help you along the way, point you in the right direction so that you kind of know what you need to be looking for as it relates to creating a system that keeps you on track with self-improvement. And really your goal should be to suck less every day, not hit home runs every day. And that'll probably make a little more sense to you when you start trading. You'll realize that you might take a lot of shitty trades, and if you didn't take those shitty trades, you would be positive on the day. And so what it's really about is improving from the bottom up, not the top up. So a lot of people start trading and they're looking for home runs every single day. And what it's really about is just controlling your bad trades. At least, that's what your goal should be. Yes, you want to hit those good trades. And yes, when the opportunity arises, you want to take it. But the most important thing to focus on every single day is trying to improve every day. Trying to improve, if you take 5 C trades, 1 A trade, and 1 B trade, if you get rid of 2 of those C trades every day, you'll be in a good shape. All right, Dr. Ninja, you're trying to take some longs, huh? Let's see. Right here is where we've rejected twice. Let's see if it happens again. I could see taking profit here and being happy with that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, y'all. I don't know what happened. That just got me in another trade. I know it's exactly what's happening. It's okay. Okay. I could see that happening. So here's one of the things that we're looking at. Yes, we have strong bearish bias, right? But we also have a break of structure here. I would say that's somewhat meaningful in a squeeze. We've got support down here. We got a higher low. We got a break of structure up here. Let's look at that, right? Break of structure, pushing up here. Now, if we are anticipating, or let's play the hypothetical game, these guys right here are strong because they were able to break this high. And now we're pulling back. And if we're pulling back into the area where these strong buyers originate this move from, you might anticipate strong buying in this area. So in this area or where we have been rejecting up here. So let me clean this up a little bit. This area, we pull back, we reject off it, we create a new high. We pull back, we reject off it, don't create a new high. But this area clearly is something to be watching. And I would say so is this gap down here. So this whole area could be areas where you see a change in control, right? So sellers have been in control. Let's say buyers make this initiation move up. We pull back. This would be an area where if buyers are in control right now, they would verify it potentially right here or closer to this low that we're going to keep pushing up from here. Now it's tough because we're going against the grain, a multi-day bearish bias. And now we're saying, is this the anomaly? Is this move right here the anomaly? We don't know. So for me, I'm gonna watch and see what happens out of it. I would be a lot more comfortable taking a long if we broke these highs and then revisited down here. But right now, I think it's just I'm going to watch. But let's look at the higher time frame. Higher time frame, we didn't actually hit this area I was anticipating we were going to hit yet. I would also be more interested in taking a long had we, come down here and tested these levels and found out, oh, we got some strong buyers down here defending this area. Why am I keyed into this area? Mainly because we had multiple rejections in here, but look what resulted from the buyers in this area. If you look at it from the long term, we've got buyers that were able to initiate a move that pushed up to all-time highs. This initiation, if you're looking at all-time highs up here, this initiative move down here was started by, let's say, big movers and shakers in the market. Now, if price comes back down to their entry, let's say they're still holding this because you have, investors, longer-term investors, banks, institutions, hedge funds that play, multi-quarterly cycle moves. And if they're defending this area and they still have positions in here, as we approach down here, you would anticipate them potentially protecting this move. And if we break below these moves, now we got a sell-off that could be a panic sell, not only for retail traders, but institutions. And when you have, kind of a perfect storm where we're coming from all-time highs, we got a sell-off in place. We're at war in Iran. I know that's supposed to be calming down, but I think the economic impact of that is going to be longer lasting than, everybody is saying it's going to be. In which case, we could see a deeper sell-off as people become more and more fearful and especially are rotating out of, riskier things like the NASDAQ. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about everything. And this, could I see this coming down and breaking these lows? I could. But when you have even one piece of evidence against you, which is this break of structure up here, and then a multiple rejections at an area, usually it ends up being wise if you at least reduce your size in the trade that you're in, going the opposite direction when you have opposing evidence. It's usually worth it to at least reduce your size when you see something that makes you say, oh shit, this could go the opposite way. Now you reduce your size, and at least you're ingesting data and information that allows you to be a dynamic trader, not just a static trader that puts it on and just believes it's going to go. And when you see evidence go against you, you're stubborn and you don't use that information to your benefit. So one difference, if you're looking at today versus, we got a PM battle map coming up in 20 minutes also as well. But one of the things you'll notice about today is it's a very different profile than yesterday. So what time is it? It's, let's say noon. Let's look at where we were at noon yesterday. Here we go. Here. So not a huge break of the lows yet, but you can see what happened after this. We had fallout. So right now, if we were to look at like where in comparison to, noon over here, just a little bit past it, we had broken the lows here. Right now, we're about up here in comparison. So a little bit of a different profile. More rangy today than we are bearish. All right, so now we're kind of getting into a key area where we want to see, are buyers still in here? Or was this just a push up as a potential liquidity grab to then move to lower lows? Right here is where we want to be watching intently on the footprint. I'll pull this up so everybody can see it. So 23,500 key level, we got a little bit of support down here. You can see this right here, just a little bit. Looks like this right here, passive seller at 23,506, potentially trying to hold price down. Same thing right here, a little battle at 516, sellers won. And same thing here, we got passive seller. So to me, looks like we got stair stepping down on the offer. Looks like passive sellers are holding price down and buyers are unable to reclaim any of these levels that are being defended. So right now looks bearish. Looks like buyers are losing and looks like we could break these lows potentially, at least for the time being. More stair stepping down right here. When I say stair stepping down, I mean, look at where these, this blue line is the point of control of each candle. So the highest volume took place right here. And the highest volume happens to be on the offer side. This one was bid actually, offer side. So you have passive sellers that are sitting up there saying, I'm going to put a limit order here and it'll absorb anybody trying to buy up into that. And then price will not pass this. And then it keeps going down. So that's what I'm seeing here is that we've got pretty large sellers sitting here on the offer, holding price down. If we are going bearish, what I was anticipating was this being probably the best. This could be the best entry of the day if you're able to hold a short that goes and breaks these lows. But we had some evidence, I would say, going against us. All right, aggressive buyers down here. Let's see what happens if they have any sort of follow through whatsoever. Yeah, DGen Coin, they're both on NinjaTrader. It's called the Order Flow Plus package. And if you open a live account with them, you can get it for free. Otherwise, it's like $50 a month. This could be a potential long opportunity to go long on this. I think I'm going to try a long here. I'm seeing aggressive buyers above 505. This might need to be tightened up a bit. Let's go. This trade is going to be riskier than any of the trades I've taken today, I would say, because this is definitely against the grain. Bearish bias all day for the, basically all week. And I've been mostly taking shorts. So let's play the hypothetical game. If we get up here and we start seeing a lot of resistance, a lot of selling, I will probably close my trade early and not think twice about it. Right now, I do see some aggressive buyers around 14, and if we keep pushing up, great. But if I start seeing those buyers die out and sellers kind of take control, not going to be a good sign for this trade. A little bit of support down here at 508, but sellers pushing this down pretty hard. Might be creating a new low here. I don't think I want to add to this position down here. I think I just want to hold it for one and let it stop me out or work. Right now, it's still looking bearish. Those buyers did not continue pushing up above 515. A little bit of support down here at 500, but it's looking like it could get blasted. Negative 22% on this Delta candle, which we don't have the volume of a full candle yet, but negative 20% I'm definitely paying attention to. Sellers pushing this against 23,500 right now, looking like they're going to break through this low. Looking like the buyers lost that battle at 23,500. DGen Coin, I used to use the heat map, but it might be something I add in the future. but it becomes quite a lot to look at. Seller's still pushing pretty hard here. Negative 22% on Delta on this 5-minute candle. Yeah, you're looking at kind of like right above 490. I can see the orders filling down there at 95 and 93. So we did have some absorption down there around 93, 94. What's missing? The missing component right now is where'd the buyers go? Little bit of buying at 504, but it's not looking like the demand is here right now, at least on the aggressive side. We have absorption, so we got passive buyers hanging out down here, but we're not having follow through from the buyers. It's only selling. We bounce up and then it sells right back into it. So it's still looking bearish to me. If I continue to see sellers push into these lows here, I might close early because usually when I see this happening, there's no aggressive buyers and sellers like are persistent. Just keep doing that. They usually get what they want and they'll pop this level. It's starting to look like that to me. I might pull up my stop is what I might do. Because it's looking like these sellers are trying to continue to push this down. And if they break under, like right now, the support we have kind of stops at 93. If we break under 93 with a lot of aggression, I think we could flush. Not all the way down here, what I'm saying, but essentially just come pop my stop very quickly. Yeah, so this is not looking great. Every time we pop up, it's like we're getting hammered back down like a whack-a-mole. Aggressive buyers just kind of nowhere to be found for the time being. Above 23,500 is where I want to see buyers, start pushing this thing up. A few aggressive buyers here at 510. Looking like a little bit of support down here at 23,506. Aggressive buyers at 510. Not looking super promising at the moment. All right, you see that big buyer that just popped in here? What is that? 129 contracts at 23,509. So right now I want to watch this 509 level and see, are we falling below it, or is this big buyer influencing price enough to where we can stay above 509? We get some support down here and then can push up. Falling under 509 and sustaining with aggressive selling is not good. So this is not looking good. I might manually close here in a second if this continues. So what I'm seeing is sellers are not giving up. Buyers are not influencing enough to where sellers are going to stop pushing this thing down. And what I'm anticipating is that this is going to pop this area. So I think I'm going to get out of this trade. Couple of things, worth noting. I think this rejection up here was enough for me to say, if we get under here and we stay under here with aggression, I don't want to be in it. And also the persistence of the sellers. I was not liking that. So if we end up bouncing up here and get above these buyers, maybe this could work out. But from what I was seeing in here, I didn't like it. So I'm just going to chill for now. Probably chill out on trying to take this long, to be honest. We probably have, we got a new battle map coming up. I think is that 37? Let me see. Yep, coming up soon. So it'll start generating here soon. It looks like we're not ready to go long yet. To me, looks like we could potentially break these lows. And if we do break these lows, just I don't know. There might not be any more trades for me because I hate chasing. Breakout price. If we start kind of trending down, there might be one pullback setup or something. Usually not my jam though. This entry I had up here was the one to hold in hindsight, is what I'm thinking. All right, what time we got? 26. If all goes according to plan, my orchestrator is what I call it, should start running the PM battle map in 1 minute. Let's see. Man, I want to show you guys. I was talking to my buddy last night. Right before I went to sleep, and he's using Claude as well. And I just sent him a message. Here's the response I got, right? Can you guys read that? Yeah. Probably not. Probably can't read that. Anyway, I'll read it to you. This is the message I sent to Claude. I'm going to go to sleep, but I want you to work on all of these changes on the list until each one is complete, except don't do anything about data retention. After that, run the session dynamics agent, then set up Optimizer and update and store all findings appropriately for use by other parts of the engine. Finally, update memory and MCP. The response I got back, got it. I'll work through everything while you sleep. Let me knock out the remaining improvements in parallel, then run the research agents. I love that. I'll give a big task list before I go to sleep, and then, while I'm sleeping, my AI bots are working. It's just, working with AI is so much better than working with humans, because you send that off to an employee before you go to sleep, and they're like, I'll get to it in the morning. AI bots don't sleep. For the time being, while that's getting generated, let's see. Here are the trades that I've taken today. Got a handle on my losses. From yesterday, I had some larger losses. Keeping it tight today, trying to hold on to my profits. So, high win rate today, 89%. Profit factor, I'm happy seeing this profit factor number, because that means I'm keeping my my losses down. Holding on to my profits, that's the goal today. Frazi, if you're out there, I'll let you know whenever it's uploaded. Look, so we're below this point of control, looking like, we're intent on going lower. Seller's not easing up at all. Looks like we're on a grind down. Let's check on gold. All right, gold doing a nice pullback here. Probably just a couple more minutes on that PM battle map. Check Discord. Copy that. It says incomplete or wrong download file or URL. Yeah, looking good so far, Iger. Hey, Monster, it's not playing for whatever reason. I might have to do it later when I'm done. Yeah, let me check it out a little bit later. It's not working right now for whatever reason. Okay, well, let me check it out later. I appreciate you doing that, but I'm trying to multitask right here. All right. So the question is, are we bouncing, or is this going to retrace up here and we're going to reshort? It's looking a little squeezy. Looks like a nice rejection. Potentially continuing short here. Okay, cool. Thanks, Monster. I appreciate that. We'll definitely take a look at it once I get this stuff generated. And Aurora still giving, yeah, still massive bear confidence. I mean, for sure. None of these important highs have been broken yet. These kind of intermediate highs were broken, but I would say these are the big boys. Big sellers coming in right here. And a quick short from 23,472.50. All right, let's go. Hopefully we just see this dropping down from this area and not come up to here, this point of control. Looking for TP at 23,465. Copy that. Did your where's your stop at? would be looking at this as a potential area we could reject from. All right, Frazi, I think it's up. Yeah, sure is. If anybody wants to check out the PM battle map, here it is. I don't need it. All right, guys, so here are the new setups for the PM session. Let me actually refresh. All right, so setups, looks like this is already in play. I again would be hesitant to take these longs, but you know, it looks like it's working. Next setup entry we have is up here. And then up here, we still have those two short entries from this morning. Well, this one looks like it was revised. So all these short entries That's kind of what I would be looking for up here. Yep, sure is, Frazi. I'm a little late on that, so I'm not going to take that. I would also be a little hesitant on this one, just based on the previous long I took. But yeah, this is a long setup from the battle map. I want to read the risk map real quick. So initial balance low. If this breaks with 3 plus bar acceptance below the negative delta, the morning exhaustion thesis is dead, and new liquidation lows toward 23,300. Below all morning structure acceptance below 23,400 signates panic liquidation into uncharted territory with no established support. Yep, that sounds about right. Overnight low, if price reclaims and holds above it, 2 plus closes on positive delta and rising CVD, the broken support thesis collapses and PM rally toward 23,664 is confirmed. Copy. Breaking IB high with volume confirms 88% PM up session dynamics pattern and opens the gap fill path toward PDL and overnight point of control 23,800. Okay. All right, so let's see where the TP is for this long. Setup 4. First TP is up here at 25,533. Second TP is up here. Copy. Monster, that's hilarious, man. Your heart's beating more when you gamble. I think it was a good. I mean, it was a little low. Is what I would say. You were trying to go in the right direction. You're trying to go short. A little bit low. This would, if I was gonna take a low entry, it would probably be from this consolidation. Especially considering we had a lot of higher volume activity, right? We had buyers try and push it up. We got rejected up here, and we had sellers push it down. So that's how I would be looking at it. Is down here was a little mini consolidation. This was the real one that pushed it, though. But hey, you got out of it, and you didn't lose anything. So that's a win. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh man. The trade went negative 400 on you. I think I'm gonna. It's gonna be a while before we get something potentially up here. Yo, what's up, Ryan? I don't think so, Monster. I think that's just the mix. Just FYI, Frazi, it looks like two of the same like battle map runs were going at the same time. This area up here was the original PM battle map was short up here, and I like that better than being long up here. So if we get up here, I'm looking for a short. Okay, so we got a reaction here, right, out of this level. Came up here, rejected. Now we're going short. I'm not considering this level valid anymore for longs. I think we could slice through it. Especially considering we got oil pumping right now. Monster, no matter the peak, Aurora just updated and now has 2.7 bull, 13 bear with 85% confidence. Copy. All right, let's take a look at what's happening down here. Looking to me like we got a passive seller at 456, holding price down. I think we could see a breakthrough. Yo, what's up, Song of More? Thanks for the follow, and good afternoon, and happy Friday. Any trade stay? Yeah, I've taken quite a few. If you're curious, I'll pull up my trade review. This is what it looked like. This is in Mountain Time, by the way, so add 2 hours for Eastern Time. It's kind of what it looks like so far. Right now, just looking for shorts. I have an area here, based on my data for a potential long, but I'm not super keen on taking longs right now. I do have a live account on Ninja, but these are not live accounts. These are prop accounts. Because you started using Lucid. I like Lucid. I'm affiliated with Lucid, and I'm also affiliated with the Futures Desk. So yeah, I'm trading Lucid, My Funded Futures, and Apex. Oh, and the Futures Desk. I just don't have them on this platform, so I trade the Futures Desk separately. When did I start trading futures? I've been trading futures for a long time now. I started trading in general over 8 years ago. Started off trading small cap equities, moved to tried futures, had limited success with it, then moved to swing trading, had more success with that, then came back to futures. Well, I guess this long setup was valid. That's okay. So yeah, I've been in here for a long time. How many years of trading do you still have analysis paralysis? I don't think I have analysis paralysis anymore. I mean, every once in a while, of course, you'll get it. But I think for the most part, I usually know what I want. And obviously, these levels that are on my screen come from a lot of data crunching. Just made 2,500 on a 20 micro long. But on the practice count, oh damn! Sorry to hear that, bro. I know, man. These candles are crazy. Degen Coin. I don't know if you saw this earlier, and also Songomore. Check this out. So this is where my analysis comes from. Oh, your stop loss got hit before the chart even fucking moved. What an actual... Oh, damn. What? That's insane. Were you in short, Monster? March, yes, it has been, man. I mean, I was talking about this yesterday. I mean, we got a couple of things working against us. Number one, we're still dealing with the the war in the Middle East. We had futures contracts expire last week. We had triple witching day last Friday. So we've had kind of a lot of things working against us. And then every once in a while, we're going to have Trump tweet and create some explosive candles that we got to deal with. So I think if this taps into this zone one more time, I'm hoping, even though I'm not super keen on taking longs, I'm hoping that if this taps into here, my bot will get into a trade just so I can say, okay, it's working. That might be something to watch out for, Hogwarts. I don't have Trump's schedule up, but if you can verify that, that would be helpful. Because it's 1 right now, right? You were short, looking for a possible big dip. Not sure if it's happening anymore. Yeah, sorry to hear that song more. Blew so many funded accounts. You're not alone in that. There have been a lot of people I've been seeing online that are getting destroyed with this price action, and it's not really surprising because it's been super tricky. Some news channels say he's insider trading. I mean, that would not be a surprise to me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that his son is, and I mean, I don't blame him. I would be too. I mean, if you know some big news is about to come out, I'd be taking some positions. You're damn right I would be. Ooh, I think if we tap into the zone, even if it's going to lose the trade, I'm okay with it. I want to test it. Let's see if my bot gets into a trade down here. Come on, do it. Oh. I was one point away from getting an entry. Let's see. Have to get ready for work. Great trades today. Thanks, bro. I'm guessing you're just watching. You're staying flat this week, right? Why did it not trigger? Squashing bugs again. Yeah, let's see what next week brings. Hopefully we get some better price action next week. All done. Copy that, Frozzy. Looking like we might have a breakout to the downside here. Oh my gosh, so I got a signal fired for my automated bot strategy, but because I recompiled NinjaTrader indicators, it unchecked the enable box on my indicator for NinjaTrader. This is it's so frustrating. Oh well. All right, so breaking through this level down here, I might be done today, guys. You know, I don't want to anticipate us potentially going back up here. This is where I would want to short. I would want to short up here, and I would want to short up here, but I don't see us going back up there anytime soon. We could potentially see a drop, and then you could take a short from here, but it's not my favorite. So I think I'm going to probably close it up, y'all. You know, end my Friday holding on to profits and, you know, closing out the week strong. I think I might play that Crimson Desert. I'm going to play some video games today and chill and enjoy my Friday. So once again, you know, had a good trading day. You know, I kept it really tight. I was copy trading, so I wanted to make sure that my trade entries were low size, low risk, as far as that, you know, I could see at least. And coming off of yesterday, I had a couple big losses that kind of messed me up. I still ended the day up 1,000 yesterday, ending today up about 2,200. And so I took some adjustments from yesterday, implemented them today to make sure I didn't have big losses. I wasn't adding into my positions aggressively. So looking, you know, like a great, great way to end the week on top. I am Felly. Thank you. You as well. Iger 6 micros. Nice, man. Looks like you're making some progress there. That's what's up. Yes, Monster, I definitely will. I'm going to check out that video and I'll chat with you right after I'm done closing it up. But yeah, guys, I'm going to take off. So appreciate you guys. Adam, well, let me see who's in here. Adam, you're still in here. Bitter Twitter. Haven't talked to you, but hope you have a great weekend. DGen Coin, hope to see you next week. Don Diddy Don, hope to see you next week as well. Enjoy your weekend. And Dr. Ninja, of course. Let's see if we can hit that 23,000 next week. Frozzy, of course. Hope you had a good trading day. Hogwarts. Yeah, I know you're still looking for that bounce, but it's not looking like we're going to have that yet today, at least. Let's see. I am Felly. Welcome. Nice to chat with you. Iger, of course. Hope you keep crushing. You got a nice trade on right now. Jan, Krupp, Monster, of course. Appreciate your help on that video. I'm going to check it out here. Michael Eck, Manchuanye. Haven't chatted with you, but welcome and hope you enjoy your weekend. Rosenfeld and Ryan Anderson, of course. Hope you get to close up the week strong, brother. So appreciate all you guys, and I'll chat with you guys either over the weekend or on Monday. See you on the stream. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a great day.